Isabella stared at
Oh
Alexander.
my
His
God.
words hung in the air between them. Run away with me.
The rain
She could
fell
not
hard
breathe.
on the palace windows.
She could not think.
Inside,
Had she heard him
Princess
correctly?
Isabella sat
What?
alone in her
She
room.
whispered.
Her
Alexander
hands shook
took her hand.
as she held the letter.
His eyes
She
were
had read it
desperate,
5
pleading.
times.
Run
but
away
the
with me.
words still did not
Tonight,
feel real.
right now.
Your Highness,
we can leave before
the car is
announcement.
ready.
We can go
A voice
somewhere far
called
away.
from outside her door.
Somewhere they will never find
Isabella
us.
closed her eyes.
Alexander,
She was not
that
ready.
is impossible.
How could anyone
No,
be ready
it is
for
not,
this?
he said
She
quickly.
walked to the
I
mirror
have thought about
and
this.
looked at herself.
I have planned
Her
everything.
dress was perfect.
I have money saved.
Her hair was perfect.
I have a friend with a boat
Everything
waiting
looked
at the
perfect
harbor.
on the outside.
We can sail to another
But
country.
inside,
we can
her
start a
heart
new
was
life.
breaking into a million
Together.
pieces.
Isabella
3 months
pulled her
ago,
hands away.
her life was different.
She walked to the window.
She was happy.
Rain
She
poured
was
down
in
the
love.
glass.
She was
Outside,
planning a future that
palace
seemed
lights
bright
glowed
and
in the
beautiful.
darkness.
Now,
You know we cannot do
everything
that,
had
he
changed.
said. Why
Isabella
not?
picked up her phone
Because
and
we
looked
are
at
not
the last
ordinary
message she
people.
had received.
Isabella
It
turned
was
to
from
face
him.
him. We
From
are
Prince
royals.
Alexander.
We have
The
responsibilities.
man she loved.
We have duties.
The man she could
We
never
cannot
have.
just run away like children.
I will always love
Why
you.
not?
But we
Alexander
both know what
asked
we
again.
must do.
Why can we
She
not
wanted
choose
to
our
cry,
own happiness?
but she had no
Why
tears
must we
left.
sacrifice everything
She
for
had
people who
cried
do
every
not
night
even
for
know
the
us?
past 3 months.
Because that is
Now,
what it means to
she
be
just
royal.
felt empty.
Isabella
A
said.
knock came
Her
at the door.
voice was shaking.
Come in,
We
Isabella
are born
said
into
softly.
this life.
Her
We do
mother,
not get to choose.
Queen Margaret,
That
entered
is
the room.
not fair.
The queen was
No,
a strong woman.
It is not fair.
She never showed
but it is
weakness.
the truth.
She never
Alexander
showed fear.
walked toward her.
But
He
today,
stopped just inches
Isabella
away.
could see something
She could
different
feel
in
the
her
warmth
mother's
of his
eyes.
body.
Was
She
it
could
sadness?
smell his familiar
Was
scent.
it guilt?
It made her heart
It is
ache.
time, the
Isabella,
queen
he said
said.
softly.
I know.
Do you love me?
Isabella replied.
Tears filled
You
her
look
eyes.
beautiful.
You know
Thank
I
you,
do.
mother. The
Then
queen
come
walked
with me.
closer.
Love
She
should be
reached
enough.
out and touched her
Love
daughter's
is not
face.
enough.
For a moment,
words
she
burst
looked
out
like
of
she
her.
wanted to
Do
say
you not
something.
understand?
But
If we
then she
run away,
pulled her hand away.
our families will go
The
to
people
war.
are waiting.
The North
the
and
queen
South
said.
will fight.
The
People
whole
will
country
die.
is watching.
Innocent people.
I understand.
All because
Do
we were
you?
selfish.
The queen asked.
That is not our
Her
fault.
voice suddenly sharp.
Alexander said.
Do you
That
truly
is their
understand
choice.
what is at stake
Their
here?
hatred.
Isabella
not ours.
looked at her mother.
But we will be
Yes,
the reason.
I understand
Isabella
that my
said.
happiness means
We will
nothing.
be the spark that starts
I understand
the fire.
that love
Can you
means
live
nothing.
with that? Can you
I
live
understand
knowing people
that I am
died
not a
because
person.
of us?
I am just
Alexander
a
was
princess,
quiet.
a tool.
His jaw tightened.
Peace in your
She
game.
could see the pain in his
The
eyes.
queen's face went
I
hard.
just want to be with you.
That is not fair.
He said, finally.
Is it not?
His voice was
Isabella
barely whispered.
asked.
I
You
want
are
that
asking
too,
me to marry a
Isabella
man
said.
I do
Tears
not love.
ran down her cheeks.
A man I have
More
met
than
only
anything
twice.
in the world.
All
But
because
we
of
cannot
politics.
have what we want.
All
Not
because
in
of
this
money.
life.
All
Then what
because
do we
our
do?
kingdom needs his kingdom's
We say
support.
goodbye.
It is not that
The
simple.
words broke her
Then
heart
explain
as
it
she
to
said
me.
them. But she
Isabella's
knew they were
voice
true.
rose.
Alexander
Explain
shook
to
his
me
head.
why I must
No,
give up the man I
I
love.
refuse to accept
Explain
that.
to me
There
why
must be another
Alexander
way.
and I
There
cannot
is no
be
other
together.
way.
The queen
Then I will
was
find
quiet for a
one,
long moment.
Alexander said.
When she spoke,
His voice was strong
her voice
now,
was tired.
determined.
Because
I
he
will
is
not
from the
give
north.
up on us.
Because
I
our
will not let them
families have
take
been
you away
enemies
from
for
me.
300 years.
Alexander, please.
Because if you marry him,
No,
it will tear
he
this
interrupted.
country apart.
Listen to me.
Or it could bring us
I have
together,
something to tell you.
Isabella said.
Something important.
Our love
Something
could
that
unite
might
the
change
north and
everything.
south. It
Isabella
could end the
wiped her
hatred.
tears.
You
What
are
is it?
young and foolish,
Alexander took a deep
the queen
breath.
said.
He looked
You
nervous.
think love can solve
scared,
everything.
even.
But love
My father
is
is
not
sick,
enough.
he said.
Not for people
Isabella's
like us.
eyes widened.
Isabella felt her
The
heart
Northern
sink.
King? But
She
I
knew
heard
her
he
mother
well.
was right.
That
she
is
had
what
known
we
it
tell
all
everyone,
along.
Alexander
But hearing
said.
the words
But the
spoken
truth
out loud
is,
made it real.
He is dying.
Made it final.
Doctors say
Prince
he is
Edmund
maybe
is
6
a good
months.
man, the queen
Maybe
continued.
less.
He will
I am
treat
sorry,
you well.
Isabella said.
You will learn
but
to care
what
for
does this
him.
have to do with
But
us?
I will never love him.
When my father
Love
dies,
can grow,
I will
not
become
when
king.
your heart
Alexander
belongs to
said.
someone else.
And as king,
The
I can
queen
make my own
sighed.
choices.
She looked
I can
old
choose my
suddenly,
own bride.
tired.
No one can stop
I know
me.
this is hard.
Isabella's
I
heart
know
skipped.
you do not
For a
understand.
moment,
But one
she
day,
felt hope.
when you are
Real
queen,
hope. But
you
then
will
reality
see.
crashed back
You
down.
will understand
6
that
months,
sometimes we must
she said.
sacrifice our own
Your
happiness
father has 6
for
months.
the good of our people.
But I am
Did
announcing
you?
my engagement
Isabella
to Edmund
asked
in 20
suddenly.
minutes. The
Did you
wedding is planned
sacrifice
for
your
3
happiness?
months from now.
The queen's face
Alexander
changed.
grabbed her
For
shoulder.
just a second,
Then
Isabella
delayed.
saw pain
Find a
flash
reason.
across her mother's
Any
eyes.
reason.
Real,
Postpone the
deep
wedding
pain.
for 6 months.
That is not important,
How?
the queen said. It is
Isabella
to me.
asked.
The
What
queen
reason can I
turned to
possibly
leave.
give?
At the door,
I do
she
not
stopped.
know.
Without
Alexander
looking
admitted.
back, she
But
said,
you are clever.
I was
You
in
will
love
think of
once,
something.
before
Please,
your father.
Isabella.
But my
This
parents
is our only
said no.
chance.
They
6
chose
months.
the king for me.
That is all I
and
need.
I did my duty.
Then I will be king.
Were you happy?
I will come for you.
Isabella
I
asked.
will ask for
I
your
had
hand
you,
properly.
the queen said.
Our marriage will
That
unite
was
the
enough.
North and South.
Then she was
It will
gone.
end the fighting
Isabella
forever.
sat down on her
Isabella
bed.
wanted to believe
Her
him.
mind was
She
spinning.
wanted to believe it could work.
She thought about Alexander.
What if your father lives longer?
kind
She
eyes.
asked. What
his
if it takes
gentle
a year?
smile.
2
The
years?
way he made her laugh.
Then you
The
delay
way
the wedding
he held
longer.
her hand and
Edmund will
promised
not wait
they would
forever.
find a way to
Then
be
let
together.
him find someone else.
But there was no
Alexander
way.
said.
In
You
1
do
hour,
not love him.
she would walk
He does
down
not
the
love
grand
you.
staircase.
Why should you both
She
be
would
miserable?
stand before the entire
Isabella
country.
pulled away.
She would
She
announce her
walked to the other
engagement
side of the
to
chapel.
Prince Edmund,
Her mind
a
was
man
racing.
she barely knew,
Could it work?
a man
Could
she did not
really
love.
delay the wedding
And
for 6
Alexander.
months? She thought about
Alexander
her
would be
mother,
watching.
about the
He would
queen's
be in the
hard
crowd.
face, her
Because
cold
he was a
words.
prince too.
My mother will
Because
never
he had
allow
to
it,
attend.
Isabella
Because
said.
the world
You
was
do
cruel
not need
that
a
way.
permission to delay a
Isabella
wedding,
picked up the letter
Alexander
again.
said. You
It
just
had
need a
arrived
reason.
this morning.
Isabella
name,
turned to look at it.
No signature.
What kind of
But she
reason?
knew who it was
Alexander thought for
from.
a
Meet
moment.
me in the old
Then
chapel.
his face changed.
Before the
An
announcement.
idea had come to him.
Please.
Tell them you are
Just
sick.
once more.
He said.
I need
Sick?
to see you.
Yes.
I need to say
Tell
goodbye
them you have
properly.
fallen ill.
She looked
Nothing
at the
serious.
clock.
Just
She had 30
something that
minutes.
requires rest.
If she went to him,
recovery time.
she risked
They cannot
everything.
force you to marry.
If
you
someone
are
saw them
unwell.
together,
They will bring
the scandal
doctors.
would destroy
They will
both their
examine
families.
you.
The
So,
fragile peace between
Alexander
North and
said,
South
You
would
can
shatter.
fake symptoms.
But if she did not
Headaches,
go,
dizziness,
if she did not see
fatigue,
him one last time,
things doctors cannot
how
really
could she
prove
live with
or
herself?
disprove.
Isabella stood
Isabella
up.
shook her head.
She made her
That is
decision.
dishonest.
She would go.
Is it more
She walked to
dishonest
her
than
closet
marrying a man you
and
do
pulled
not
out a
love?
long cloak.
Alexander
She
asked.
wrapped it around
Is it
herself,
more dishonest
hiding
than
her
living
beautiful
alive for the
dress.
rest of your life?
She pulled the
She had
hood
no
over
answer
her
for
head.
that. Think about
Quietly,
it.
she opened her
Alexander
door
said,
and looked
walking
down the
back
hallway.
to her. Just
Empty.
6 months. That
She
is
moved
all I am
quickly
asking.
through the palace.
6 months to give
She
us a
knew
real
every
chance.
secret passage,
A real future.
every hidden door.
Isabella looked
She
into
had
his
grown
eyes.
up here.
She saw
She
love
knew
there.
how to disappear.
Hope,
The old
desperation.
chapel was at the
She
edge
thought
of the
about
palace
Prince Edmund,
grounds.
a
It
stranger,
had not been used
a
in
man
years.
she would have to kiss.
No one went there
have
anymore.
children with.
It was the
spend her
perfect place
entire
for a
life
secret
with.
goodbye.
She thought about
Isabella's
her
heart
mother,
pounded
about duty,
as she ran
about
through the rain.
sacrifice.
Her feet
She thought about
splashed
the
in
letter
puddles.
Alexander had sent her.
Her cloak grew
about
heavy
the
with
secret
water.
meeting, about
she
the
did
risk
not
they were
care.
both taking just
She
to
had
see
to
each other
see him.
one last time.
One last time.
And she made a choice.
She reached the chapel
6 months,
and pushed open the
she
heavy
said.
wooden door.
Alexander's face lit up.
Inside, standing
do
in the
it?
shadows,
I
was
will
Alexander.
try, Isabella
He turned
said.
when he heard her
I
enter.
cannot promise it
His
will work,
face broke into
but
a
I will
sad
try.
smile.
Alexander
came,
pulled her into
he
his
whispered.
arms.
Of
he held
course
her
I came,
so tight
Isabella
she could barely
said,
breathe.
rushing to him.
But she did not care.
He caught her in his
she
arms
held him back
and held
just as
her tight.
tightly. Thank
They
you.
stood like that
he
for
whispered
a
into her
long
ear.
time.
Thank
not
you for not
speaking,
giving up on us.
just
I
holding each
love
other.
you, Isabella
Finally,
said.
Alexander
I love you
pulled
too,
back.
more
He
than
looked into
anything.
her eyes.
They stood
I
like
had
that
to
for
see
a
you,
long moment,
he said.
holding each other,
I had to tell you.
memorizing the feel
I had
of
to
being
ask you.
together. Then
Ask me
Isabella
what?
heard it.
Alexander
the sound
took a
that
deep
made
breath.
her blood run
His
cold.
next words would change
Footsteps.
everything.
Someone was
Run
coming.
away with me.
She and Alexander pulled apart. They looked at each other with wide, frightened eyes. You must go, Alexander whispered. Quickly. What about you? I will leave through the back. Go. Now. Isabella pulled her cloak tight around her. She moved toward the door. Just before she left, she turned back. Alexander? Yes. Promise me something. Anything. Promise me that no matter what happens, you will not start a war. Promise me that if this plan fails, if we cannot be together, you will let me go peacefully. Alexander's face was pained, but he nodded. I promise. Isabella slipped out the door just as the footsteps grew louder. She ran through the rain, back toward the palace. Her heart pounded. Her mind spun. What had she just agreed to? When she reached her room, she found her lady-in-waiting waiting for her. Your Highness, the woman gasped. Where have you been? You are soaking wet. The announcement is in 5 minutes. I went for a walk, Isabella said. I needed air. But your dress, your hair. Fix it, Isabella ordered, quickly. As the woman rushed to help her, Isabella caught sight of herself in the mirror. Her eyes were different now. They held a secret, a hope. 6 months. She just needed to survive 6 months. Then everything would change. Isabella stood at the top of the grand staircase. Below her, hundreds of people waited. The ballroom was filled with nobles, politicians, and royal families from every corner of the land. Everyone was here to witness her engagement announcement. Her lady-in-waiting had fixed her dress. Her hair was perfect again. No one could tell she had been running through the rain just minutes ago. But Isabella could still feel Alexander's arms around her. She could still hear his voice. 6 months. That is all I need. Your Highness, it is time, a palace guard said softly. Isabella took a deep breath. Her hands were shaking. She hid them in the folds of her dress. The royal trumpets sounded. The crowd below fell silent. She began to walk down the stairs. Every step felt heavy, like she was walking toward her own execution. At the bottom of the stairs, Prince Edmund waited for her. He was tall and handsome. He wore a perfect suit. He smiled at her politely, but his eyes were cold, empty. He did not love her. She knew that. This marriage was just business to him, too. When she reached him, Edmund took her hand and kissed it. The crowd clapped politely. You look beautiful, princess, Edmund said. His voice was flat, like he was reading from a script. Thank you, Prince Edmund, Isabella replied. They walked together to the center of the room. The king and queen stood on the platform above them. Isabella's mother, Queen Margaret, looked down with a satisfied smile. The king raised his hand. The room went completely silent. People of our great kingdom, the king began. Today we announce wonderful news. Princess Isabella has agreed to marry Prince Edmund of the Western Realm. Their union will bring peace and prosperity to our lands. The crowd erupted in applause. Isabella forced a smile. She looked out at all the faces. So many people, all of them celebrating something that made her heart break. And then she saw him, Alexander. He stood at the back of the room, half hidden in shadow. He wore the colors of the Northern Kingdom. He was required to be here, required to watch the woman he loved get engaged to another man. Their eyes met across the crowded room. She saw the pain on his face. She saw him clench his fists. For a moment, she thought he might do something crazy, might rush forward and stop the announcement. But he did not move. He had promised her. No matter what happened, he would not start a war. Isabella looked away. She had to. If she kept looking at him, she would start crying. Prince Edmund was speaking now, saying something about honor and duty, about how happy he was. All lies, beautiful, polite lies. Then it was her turn to speak. Isabella stepped forward. Every eye in the room was on her. I am honored, she began. Her voice sounded strange to her own ears. Prince Edmund is a good man, a strong leader. I am sure we will. She stopped. Her vision blurred suddenly. The room spun. This was not part of the plan. This was real. The stress, the fear, the heartbreak. It was all too much. Her body could not take it anymore. Princess? Edmund said, concern finally showing in his voice. Isabella swayed. She reached out to steady herself, but her legs gave way. She fainted. The room exploded into chaos. Call the doctor. Get her air. Move back. Isabella felt hands catching her before she hit the floor. She heard voices shouting, but everything sounded far away. When she opened her eyes, she was lying on a sofa in a private room. A doctor was checking her pulse. Her mother stood over her, looking worried and angry at the same time. What happened? The queen demanded. I do not know, Isabella said weakly. I just felt dizzy suddenly. The doctor frowned. Her pulse is rapid. Her skin is pale. Your Majesty, the princess appears to be suffering from extreme exhaustion. Exhaustion? The queen said sharply. She is young. She has no reason to be exhausted. Stress can cause such symptoms, the doctor said carefully. The pressure of royal duties, the upcoming wedding preparations. It can be overwhelming for a young woman. Isabella's mind was racing. This was it. This was her chance. I have not been sleeping well, she said quietly. For weeks now, I have terrible headaches, and sometimes I feel so dizzy I cannot stand. The queen's eyes narrowed. Why did you not say something before? I did not want to worry anyone, Isabella said. I thought it would pass. But tonight it was too much. The doctor looked concerned. These symptoms should not be ignored, Your Majesty. The princess needs rest. Complete rest, at least for a few weeks. Weeks, the Queen said. That is impossible. The wedding is in 3 months. There is so much to prepare. Mother, please, Isabella said, making her voice weak. I feel so unwell. Prince Edmund entered the room. He looked uncomfortable, like he wanted to be anywhere but here. Is she all right? He asked. The princess is suffering from exhaustion, the doctor said. She needs rest and recovery time. Edmund nodded slowly. Then she should rest. The wedding preparations can wait. The Queen looked like she wanted to argue, but she could not. Not in front of Edmund. Not in front of the doctor. Very well, she said stiffly. The princess will rest, but only for a few weeks. I recommend at least 2 months, the doctor said. Possibly more. We must make sure she is completely healthy before any major events. Isabella wanted to hug the doctor. 2 months. That was a third of the time she needed. 2 months is too long, the Queen said. Would you rather she collapse again during the wedding? The doctor asked. In front of the entire kingdom? The Queen's lips pressed into a thin line. Fine, 2 months. But no more delays after that. After everyone left, Isabella lay alone in the dark room. Her heart was pounding, but not from illness. Her plan was working. She had bought herself 2 months. Now she just needed to stretch it to 6. A soft knock came at the door. Come in, Isabella called. A servant entered carrying a tray of tea. But when the servant turned around, Isabella gasped. It was not a servant at all. It was Alexander. He had disguised himself in servant's clothes. He moved quickly to her side. Are you truly all right? He whispered urgently. Yes, Isabella said. I fainted from stress, but I am fine now. Alexander, what are you doing here? If someone catches you. I had to make sure you were safe, he said. When I saw you fall, I thought my plan had put too much pressure on you. No, Isabella said, taking his hand. This is perfect. Do you not see? I now have a real reason to delay things. The doctor ordered me to rest for 2 months. 2 months, Alexander said. That is not 6. I know, Isabella said, but it is a start. After 2 months, I will find another reason, another delay. I will find a way to make it to 6 months. I promise. Alexander kissed her hand. You are so brave. I am terrified, Isabella admitted. So am I, Alexander said. But we will get through this. Together. He stood to leave, but Isabella held his hand tighter. Wait, she said. Your father. How is he really? Alexander's face grew dark. Worse than I told you. The doctors say maybe 4 months now. Not 6. Isabella's heart sank. 4 months? I will do everything I can to keep him alive longer, Alexander said. But you must do your part. You must delay that wedding. I will, Isabella promised. Alexander leaned down and kissed her forehead. A brief, gentle kiss. I love you, he whispered. I love you too. Then he was gone, slipping out of the room like a shadow. Isabella lay back on the sofa. Her mind was spinning with plans and fears. For months, maybe less. She had delayed the wedding for 4 months. Could she do it? Outside her window, thunder rumbled. The storm was getting worse. Isabella closed her eyes and made a silent prayer. Please, she thought, please let this work. Please let us have our chance at happiness. But deep in her heart, she felt a cold fear. Something was going to go wrong. She could feel it. The question was, what? 2 weeks passed. Isabella stayed in her room, pretending to be sick. The doctor visited her every day. He checked her pulse. He asked about her headaches. He told the Queen she needed more rest. But Isabella was not really sick anymore. She was planning. Every night, she received secret letters from Alexander. He hid them in flower deliveries, in book shipments, in food trays brought by servants he had bribed. The letters told her about his father. The northern king was getting worse. He could barely get out of bed now. The kingdom was preparing for the worst. For months, Alexander wrote. Maybe 3. Please hold on. I am coming for you. Isabella wrote back, hiding her letters in the same secret ways. She told him about Prince Edmund's visits, about her mother's suspicion, about the pressure building every day. They are watching me closely, she wrote, but I will not give up. I promise. On the 15th day of her illness, something happened that changed everything. Isabella was sitting by her window when she heard shouting in the courtyard below. She looked down and saw guards running, people rushing around in panic. Something was wrong. She called for her lady-in-waiting. What is happening? Isabella asked. The woman looked frightened. There has been an incident, Your Highness, at the northern border. Isabella's blood went cold. What kind of incident? A fight between our soldiers and the Northern Kingdom soldiers. 3 men are dead. No, Isabella whispered. No, no, no. This was exactly what she and Alexander had feared. Violence between their kingdoms. The hatred that never died. Her door burst open. Queen Margaret stormed in, her face twisted with rage. Did you know about this? The queen demanded. Know about what? Isabella asked, her heart pounding. The Northern Kingdom is accusing us of attacking their soldiers. They say we crossed the border. They say we started the fight. That is not true. How do you know? The queen interrupted. How do you know what is true unless you've been communicating with them? Isabella's mouth went dry. Did her mother know about Alexander? I have not been communicating with anyone, Isabella said carefully. I have been sick in bed for 2 weeks. The queen stared at her daughter. Her eyes were sharp, searching. The Northern King has sent a letter, the queen said. He demands a meeting. He wants to discuss peace. He wants to prevent war. That is good, Isabella said. We should meet with him. He wants you to be there, the queen said. Isabella's eyes widened. Me? Why? He specifically requested the presence of Princess Isabella at the peace talks, along with his son, Prince Alexander. Isabella's heart raced. Alexander had done this. He had convinced his father to request a meeting. This was their chance to see each other, to talk about their future. But it was also dangerous. If anyone suspected their relationship, I am too unwell to travel, Isabella said quickly. The doctor says you're recovering, the queen replied. He says fresh air might help you. The meeting is in 3 days. You will attend. Mother, this is not a request, Isabella. It is a command. Our kingdoms are on the brink of war. Your presence at this meeting could prevent bloodshed. You will go. The queen left, slamming the door behind her. Isabella sat down, her mind racing. 3 days. She would see Alexander in 3 days. But something felt wrong. This was too convenient, too sudden. That night, Isabella could not sleep. She kept thinking about the meeting, about seeing Alexander again. A soft tap came at her window. Isabella jumped. Who could be at her window? Her room was on the 3rd floor. She walked to the window and carefully opened it. A small bird sat on the ledge. A note was tied to its leg. Isabella's hands shook as she untied the note. She recognized Alexander's handwriting. Do not come to the meeting. It is a trap. Your mother knows about us. She is planning something. Please, trust me. Stay away. Isabella's blood turned to ice. A trap? Her mother knew? But how? They had been so careful. She heard footsteps in the hallway, coming toward her room. Quickly, Isabella burned the note in her candle flame. She watched it turn to ash. The footsteps stopped outside her door. Then they walked away. Isabella's heart would not stop pounding. She had to think. She had to make a plan. If her mother really knew about her and Alexander, then everything was in danger. Their love, their plan, their future. But if she did not go to the meeting, it would look suspicious, like she had something to hide. She was trapped. The next morning, Prince Edmund came to visit her. This was unusual. He rarely visited. He had no real interest in her. Princess Isabella, he said formally, may I speak with you privately? Isabella nodded. The servants left the room. Edmund sat down across from her. His face was serious. I need to be honest with you, he said. Isabella's throat tightened. About what? About this marriage, Edmund said. I know you do not want it, and truthfully, neither do I. Isabella stared at him in shock. What? I am in love with someone else, Edmund admitted. A woman from my own kingdom. But my father forbids a marriage because she is not royal. He is forcing me to marry you for political reasons. Isabella could barely believe what she was hearing. Then why are you going through with it? She asked. Because I have no choice, Edmund said bitterly. Just like you have no choice. We are both prisoners of our titles. There is always a choice, Isabella said quietly. Edmund looked at her strangely. Is there? You sound like you have a plan. Isabella said nothing. Edmund leaned forward. I know about Prince Alexander. Isabella's heart stopped. How? I have eyes and ears everywhere, Edmund said. I know you met him in the old chapel. I know about the secret letters. I know everything. Are you going to tell my mother? Isabella whispered. No, Edmund said. He stood and walked to a window. Because I'm going to help you. Why would you help me? Edmund turned to face her. Because you deserve to marry the man you love. And so do I. If we work together, maybe we both can. What are you suggesting? The peace meeting in 3 days, Edmund said. Your mother is planning something. I do not know what exactly, but I know it involves separating you and Alexander permanently. He warned me not to go, Isabella said. He is right to warn you, Edmund said. But if you do not go, you will lose your only chance. Your mother will never let you near Alexander again. What should I do? Edmund pulled a small vial from his pocket. Drink this the morning of the meeting. It will make you very sick. Sick enough that you cannot travel. But it will not harm you permanently. You will recover in a few days. Isabella looked at the vial. Why are you doing this? Because I understand what it is like to love someone you cannot have, Edmund said. And because maybe if I help you escape this marriage, I can escape it too. He placed the vial on the table and walked toward the door. Think about it, he said. You have 3 days to decide. But whatever you choose, be careful. Your mother is more dangerous than you know. After he left, Isabella picked up the vial. The liquid inside was dark green. Could she trust Edmund? Was this really medicine or was it poison? And even if it was medicine, was avoiding the meeting the right choice? Alexander wanted her to stay away. But Edmund said this was her only chance. Isabella walked to her window and looked out at the kingdom. Somewhere out there, Alexander was waiting for her. Planning, hoping. She thought about her mother's cold eyes, about the dead soldiers at the border, about all the secrets and lies. She thought about love, about duty, about the impossible choice she had to make. And then she made her decision. She would go to the meeting. Whatever her mother was planning, whatever trap was waiting, Isabella would face it, because running away was not the answer. Hiding was not the answer. If she and Alexander were going to be together, they had to fight for it. Together. Isabella poured the green liquid out of her window. She watched it splash on the stones below. She would not hide anymore. 3 days later, she would face her mother. She would face whatever was coming, and she would fight for her love. No matter the cost. 6 months had passed like a slow, painful dream. Isabella stood at her window, looking out at the snow falling on the palace gardens. It was winter now. The trees were bare. The world was white and cold. She touched her chest. Her heart was beating fast. Today was the day. Today, Alexander's father had died. The news had come this morning. The northern king was gone. Alexander was now king. And Isabella was still engaged to Prince Edmund. Her plan had worked. For 6 months, she had pretended to be sick. She had fooled the doctors. She had delayed the wedding again and again. But now time had run out. Your Highness, her lady-in-waiting entered the room. Prince Edmund is here to see you. Isabella's stomach dropped. Tell him I am resting. He says it is urgent. He will not leave. Isabella closed her eyes. She knew this moment would come. Edmund was not a fool. He had waited patiently for 6 months. But his patience was ending. Send him in, she said quietly. Prince Edmund entered. He was a tall man with kind eyes. He was not cruel. He was not mean. In another life, Isabella might have even liked him, but she did not love him. Princess Isabella, Edmund said. He did not smile. Prince Edmund, we need to talk. I know. Edmund walked to the window. He stood beside her, both of them looking out at the snow. You are not sick, he said finally. Isabella's heart stopped. What? You are not sick, Edmund repeated. You never were. You've been pretending for 6 months. Isabella could not speak. How did he know? Edmund turned to face her. I am not stupid, Isabella. I have watched you. I have seen how you act when you think no one is looking. You are perfectly healthy. I do not know what to say. The truth would be nice, Edmund said. His voice was not angry. It was sad. Isabella looked down at her hands. Shame filled her chest. You are right, she whispered. I am not sick. I have been lying. Why? Isabella met his eyes. She decided to be honest. Completely honest. Because I do not want to marry you. Edmund flinched. The words had hurt him, but he nodded slowly. I know, he said. You know? I have always known, Edmund said. From the very first day we met, I could see it in your eyes. You looked at me like I was a stranger, not a future husband, just a stranger you were forced to meet. I am sorry, Isabella said. Tears filled her eyes. You deserve better. You deserve someone who loves you. Yes, Edmund said simply. I do. They were quiet for a moment. Then Edmund spoke again. There is someone else, is there not? Someone you love. Isabella hesitated. Then she nodded. Yes. Who? It does not matter. We cannot be together. Why not? Because of politics. Because of duty. Because our families are enemies. Edmund looked at her for a long time. Then he did something that shocked her. He smiled. Let me guess, he said. Prince Alexander the North? Isabella's eyes went wide. How did you? I have eyes, Edmund said. I saw the way you looked at him at the spring ball. I saw the way he looked at you. I am not blind. Isabella's legs felt weak. You knew? All this time. I suspected. And you said nothing? Edmund shrugged. What would I say? You were doing your duty. I was doing mine. That is how royal marriages work. Isabella sat down on a chair. Her mind was spinning. But things have changed, Edmund said. Alexander is king now. The North has a new ruler. I know. And you are still engaged to me. Yes. Edmund walked over and knelt in front of her. He took her hands gently. Isabella, he said, I'm going to tell you something. And I need you to listen carefully. What is it? I am breaking our engagement. Isabella gasped. What? I am ending it, Edmund said. Right now, today, I am setting you free. But you cannot. The kingdoms, the alliance, everything depends on our marriage. No, Edmund said firmly, that is what they told us. But it is not true. My kingdom does not need this marriage. We are strong enough on our own. Then why did you agree to it? Edmund looked sad. Because my father wanted it. Because I am the youngest son. Because I do my duty. But my father died 3 weeks ago. And now I get to choose. Isabella could not believe what she was hearing. Your father is dead? Yes. I am sorry I did not tell you. But I wanted to wait. I wanted to think about what I truly wanted. And what do you want? Edmund smiled. I want to marry for love. Just like you do. I want to find someone who looks at me the way you look at Alexander. And you deserve to be with the man you love. Tears streamed down Isabella's face. Edmund, I do not know what to say. Say you will be happy, Edmund said. That is all I want, for both of us to be happy. He stood up and walked to the door. Before leaving, he turned back. Go to him, he said. Alexander is waiting for you. He has been waiting for 6 months. Do not make him wait any longer. Then he was gone. Isabella sat frozen for a moment. Her mind could not process what had just happened. She was free. She stood up and ran. She ran through the palace halls. She ran past shocked servants and confused guards. She ran all the way to the throne room where her mother was sitting. Mother! Isabella burst through the doors. Queen Margaret looked up, startled. Isabella, what is the meaning of this? Edmund has broken our engagement. The Queen's face went pale. What? He has set me free, and I am going to Alexander. I am going to marry him. Absolutely not, the Queen stood up. I forbid it. You cannot stop me, Isabella said. Her voice was strong, confident. Alexander is king now. If he asks for my hand, you cannot refuse. It would be an insult to the North. It would cause the very war you are trying to prevent. The Queen's mouth opened and closed. She had no argument. And besides, Isabella continued, you know this is right. You know that our marriage will do more good than my marriage to Edmund ever could. The North and South will finally unite. The fighting will end. Peace will come. The Queen stared at her daughter. For a long moment, neither spoke. Then quietly the Queen said, you have grown strong. You taught me to be strong. I taught you to do your duty. And I am doing my duty, Isabella said. My duty is to bring peace. My duty is to unite our people. And my duty is to be honest, to be true, to show our people that love is not weakness. It is strength. The Queen's eyes glistened. Was she crying? Go, the Queen whispered. What? Go to him, before I change my mind. Isabella ran to her mother and hugged her tight. Thank you, she whispered. Be happy, my child, the Queen said. Be happier than I was. 2 hours later, Isabella stood at the northern border. Snow fell gently around her. She wore a simple cloak. No crown, no jewels, just herself. And there, riding toward her on a white horse, was Alexander. He saw her and jumped down. He ran to her. They met in the middle, in the space between north and south, between past and future. You came, Alexander said, his voice full of wonder. I came, Isabella said. I was about to ride to your palace. I was going to demand your hand. I was going to fight for you. You do not have to fight, Isabella said, smiling through her tears. I am already yours. Alexander pulled her into his arms. He kissed her like he had been waiting his whole life to do it, because he had. They held each other as snow fell around them. 2 kingdoms watching. 2 hearts finally whole. Will you marry me? Alexander whispered. Yes, Isabella said. 1,000 times yes. 6 months later, on the first day of summer, Princess Isabella married King Alexander in a ceremony that brought together the North and South for the first time in 300 years. People from both kingdoms stood side by side. They celebrated together. They cried together. They hoped together. And as Isabella and Alexander stood before their people, hand in hand, they made a promise to lead with love, a promise to choose peace, a promise to show the world that sometimes the bravest thing a royal can do is follow their heart, because love, real love, does not divide. It unites. The end.